What's up, wrestling fans? I'm Kevin Hellions, and we're going to discuss the February 23rd edition of Monday Night Raw here on Hellions Wrestling. Now, I really want to get to the ending of the show. It was the chase, Triple H chasing Randy Orton throughout the entire arena, sledgehammer, all that junk. But just want to point out something to begin with. Now, part of this whole Triple H and Randy Orton storyline is that we're finally admitting who Triple H is. That he is, in real life, married to Stephanie McMahon. They have children together. You know, they ride together. They die together. Whatever. But we're still in our kayfabe mode here. Because we have Todd Grisham standing live, waiting for Triple H to show up to find out what he has to say about Randy Orton and what Randy Orton did to his wife. Okay. Todd, Michael Cole asks, is Triple H here yet? No, Todd says. He's not here yet. Now, Todd, you and my boy, Matt Straker, won the prestigious Slammy Award for the best announced team in all of WWE. All three teams. You're best out of three. It's paper, rock, scissors. So, Todd, in your work as an award-winning announcer, do you do any research? I know that it always starts with, hey, I was backstage today, and I talked to Finley about his shillelagh, and great. You know, I was backstage today and talked to Dr. Manhattan about his enormous wang. But apparently Todd isn't doing enough research here. Because if we look right next to Todd, as far away as you and I are now, there's Todd. There's a giant bus. Right here. Huge bus. Now, I've been to many a wrestling show. The wrestlers always show up in cars. Cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, whatever they've rented that evening. I've been to eating establishments after wrestling shows that the wrestlers pull up to. I was at a Buffalo Wild Wings, and the people pull up. Jeff Hardy rolling up in a car. MVP rolling up in a car. They all come driving up, hang out, talk, eat, what have you. But you know what they don't roll up in? Tour bus. Maybe they do that for overseas things, but the last time I heard of wrestling and bus together was a bunch of people leaving from New York City going to Philadelphia to see Ring of Honor. But you know who does have a bus? Stephanie and Triple H. This has been discussed many times on the internet, that due to them having children, and them both being full-time on-the-road people, I mean, you figure they're at least on the road Monday and Tuesday. At least. Especially Stephanie. Maybe Triple H doesn't work random Tuesday or Monday or whatever show he's actually on now. It's WrestleMania. He's Triple H. He can be wherever he wants. Maybe he'll be on ECW next week. But they're working at least Monday and Tuesday. And then they're going to have to travel from wherever they are back to Connecticut, the home of WWE, and where I assume they have some sort of large estate. House, apartment, loft, something. So they have to travel back. Because really I would hope they're not sensitive enough to bring a screaming child onto a plane, unless it's the WWE corporate jet, which I thought they got rid of. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here on this YouTube channel, or at Hellions Magazine at gmail.com. But anyways, so we know from many discussions that they want to take their children on the road. They're on the road 2, maybe 3 days a week at least, and then maybe there's a house show, maybe there's some sort of interviews, maybe there's a publicity tour, maybe they need to announce something in another city. They're on the road a lot. So they take children with them. So they have a tour bus, which is acknowledged. Todd, you're standing right by a bus. It's not the Big Show's bus. It's not Edge's bus. It's not Cena's. It's Triple H's. Trips' bus. And Stephanie's bus. Todd, I think they're there. Poor journalistic work here. But I've talked far too much about a 2-second thing that showed up on Raw here, so we're going to move on to the main event, and you can check that on the next episode here of Hellions Wrestling.